Hey everybody, I am here with licensed professional counselor Andrea Adams, and so I wanted her to take just a moment, just tell us a little bit about you, and so we can get to know you a little bit better, if that's okay.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here. Like Brock was saying, my name is Andrea Adams. I'm a licensed professional counselor in Frisco, and I have attended Hope Fellowship for 8 years. Started with Hope Fellowship East Campus, moved over to the West Campus. And what I really love about Hope is that they work very hard to take care of us so that we can take care of others. And when Brock asked me to be a part of this, I was like, absolutely, because they work so hard to take care of us. And so now I want to try and help take care of other people. So that's why I'm here.
All right, well, beautiful. Thank you. Andrea, one of the things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my musical talents out a little bit more. And so I have a jingle that everybody has come to crave whenever they watch the show. So if you don't mind, I have to play the jingle real quick. Here we go. Didn't work. Not working, Andrea. The jingle is in trouble. Oh, here it is right here. Thank you for indulging me in that stupidity. Okay, so Andrea, we are in the middle of kind of social isolation, kind of even forced to quarantine everybody in their homes a little bit. And so there's a lot of new changes that are coming our way. We're having to learn how to homeschool our kids. We're having to deal with work. We're having to be around our spouse a little bit more. And so there's a lot of potentially family dynamics going on. So what are some, maybe some actions that each family member could take each day to kind of make sure they're dealing with their anxiety, maybe their unsettling feelings on a daily basis?
Yes, absolutely. Every member of the family is being affected by this pandemic, COVID-19. And so I just want to offer just some simple suggestions, some simple activities that each family member can do, like you said, to kind of work through some of these unsettling feelings that they're having. It's probably a myriad of feelings that they're having. So, like say with children, just start with a balloon, just a simple balloon. There's several things that you can do with children with a balloon. You can have them blow all their anger or whatever emotion that they're feeling into the balloon. And what they're going to do is they're going to be showing you how big that feeling is right now. So it could be a big worry, it could be a little worry, it could be a big anger, it could be a little anger, and talking with them about that. So that's one thing that you can do. The second thing that you can do is just have them blow up the balloon and then write on the balloon all their worries, all their frustrations, talking through that with them, and then popping the balloon. And that kind of releases some of those worries and those frustrations. And a third thing that you can do with the balloon is basically just have them tell you their biggest worry. Blow into the balloon the biggest worry, and then let it fly away. Just release that.
So I think a lot of it, from what I'm discovering, is that in a lot of ways, if we can just name a little bit, it helps us so much if we can just identify what is causing the anxiety. It maybe takes a little, it shrinks it a little bit, makes it more manageable in some degrees. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You're naming the feeling. You're not becoming the emotion, and you're releasing it. You're processing it and letting it go.
Awesome. Any other practical things that maybe we could do with family members?
Absolutely. With teens, as we all can recognize, are just their special little person. And there are a couple of things that you can do with teens. You're going to have your right brain teens and your left brain teens. Your left brain teens are going to be more of your critical thinkers, your analytical thinkers. So you can actually make this activity like a science project if you want to. You can go and Google the central nervous system. You can go and Google the brain. And basically what you're going to find is the central nervous system controls your moods. It can control your behaviors, your words, because what the central nervous system does is it's responsible for taking in information, interpreting that information, and then your output. And your output does look like your mood, your behavior, your words. And during this time while we're at home, teens might be kind of leaning into junk food, leaning into the video games. Their sleep schedules are off. We're staying up later. We're going to bed. We're staying late. We're going to bed, or, waking up at different times. So our sleep and wake schedules are very different. That is going to dysregulate the central nervous system. So what we want to do is regulate the central nervous system. The way we regulate that is through structure. So inviting your teens to create their own structure plan, which hits them developmentally where they are. They developmentally are wanting to be responsible for more of their life experiences. They want to be more independent. So challenging them to create their own structure plan. And what I would question the teens with is, hey, are you willing to do this? And hey, can you commit to? Asking can I commit to questions, which would be like, can I commit to going to bed and working around, committing to going to bed and waking around the same time each day? Can I commit to 20 to 30 minutes of physical exercise daily, outside and inside? Can I commit to 1 hour a day of face-to-face contact, getting out from behind the screens, right? Can I commit to reading a favorite devotional each day? Can I commit to that? You're giving them a little bit of that power, a little bit of that control, which kind of has been taken away from them right now.
Yeah, and so I like the idea of helping them explore kind of the science behind that. And so if they're more that left brain, then they can kind of understand that, oh, see how this applies together. Like science shows me that these are the things that kind of keep me moving in the direction that I want to be moving in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when we address our right brain kids, which our right brain kids are our more creative teens, okay? I want to show you a little exercise, a little art project that they can do. You just need 2 pieces of construction paper, and then you can download the list of feelings or emotions. You can find that anywhere on the internet, right? So you rip up these little emotions, okay? Whatever emotions that you're feeling. You use a piece of construction paper to rip up the construction paper, paste those to the pieces, okay? Then you paste those to another piece of construction paper here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have all those emotions stuck to this piece of construction paper. You're going to flip it over, and then we're going to do a calming collage. A calming collage can look like stickers. It can look like pictures. It can look like cutouts from magazines. It can look like Bible verses, anything that is calming for you. So you have all your emotions that are on one side that you might be having trouble dealing with one day. You can flip to the other side and say, okay, this is how I'm going to calm my brain. This is how I'm going to calm my body. So then I can process these emotions a little bit better that day.
So it's really kind of a cool way to, again, help them name what's going on, and then also not just name it and not know what to do with it, but name it and say, here's some ways that I can, soothe myself a little bit to kind of calm me down in that regard. So that's pretty cool. All right, so if I'm the parent now, what are some ways that I can kind of take care of myself as I'm having to navigate all this stuff, not only worrying about work and kids and all that, how can I calm myself down a little bit each day?
Absolutely. There's a lot of things you can do, but one focused exercise that might be very helpful is get out a piece of paper, get a pen, and I want you to remember as adults, because we have more life experiences than our child or than our teen. So remember a time when you were faced with a very difficult situation. Write that down, okay? Then I want you to ask yourself, how did I get through that difficult time? Write that down, right? You're probably going to be looking at some healthy ways of coping, maybe some unhealthy ways of coping, okay? So we look at the healthy ways of coping. Okay, that's good. We want to repeat that now, okay? Look at the unhealthy ways of coping, acknowledge that, and then just say, hey, how do I want to do that different this time? What do I want to do differently? And writing that down. So it kind of validates, hey, you know what? There was some pretty tough stuff that I dealt with, and I handled it pretty well. I'm going to try that again. I'm going to remember that and do that now. And there's maybe some unhealthy ways I might have done it, and maybe I should scoot those aside this time and maybe try to do something a little bit different.
No, that's a great idea. One of my favorite quotes by a theologian from Fuller Seminary. He says, one of the great things we learn from history is that we learn nothing from history. And so I think that's a great idea because it allows us then to go back and process events that we've done in the past and how maybe we've done well or we haven't done well, and kind of then making a plan and learning from our past successes and mistakes. I think that's a great idea. So one last question. So if I'm sitting there and I'm kind of doing these exercises with my kids or my teens or myself, and I'm just feeling just a little out of control, and I just feel out of control. And so I know that you guys are doing some telehealth right now. So how would someone, if they needed to talk to you, kind of they connected with what you're saying today, how would they get a hold of you to say, hey, I can help, where they can still keep the social distancing because they're on video just like this, but they're getting some help? How would they go about doing that?
Absolutely. That is what's so great about Hope is they offer a whole list of counselors that anyone can access. And of course, I am on that list. Gratefully, I am on that list. So my number is there. You can give me a shout out to my number. I am a part of Planting Seeds Counseling and Coaching, which is here in Frisco. And we are offering virtual therapy sessions right now only so that we can follow the CDC guidelines and keep everybody safe and also keep everyone emotionally healthy. But a little bit about telehealth. It's very user-friendly. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to have any special equipment. You just have to have a laptop or a home computer or a notebook that has a camera and has a speaker.
Yeah.
That's all you have to have. Have a set of headphones maybe, and that's it. You can even download the telehealth app to your phone.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Well,
So,
Andrew, yeah, thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and appreciate all the help you've given to folks. And I think there's just some very practical ideas and just kind of getting our brain going that, those ideas or ideas like them might really help us to navigate this time with ourselves and with our kids. And so thank you for that. And so appreciate it. Stay safe, and we'll hopefully see you face to face before too long here. So, all right. Do you mind if I play one last time the jingle before we go? Because I know the audience is craving for the jingle. So
absolutely not. Thank you, and keep the hope.
Oh, hold on for the jingle. This is so exciting. I'm so sorry for the ridiculousness, but thank you, Andrew. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.